A dream wrapped to spin fire. The NFT and LLSR. Diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From mint coins to tokens. He's got all the intel. Web3 is a tree to show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision.
Good morning, Mega GMs, guys. Welcome to the Swarm Report. Friday show, my favorite show. I think it's our favorite show. It's the community show, boys. Cat's good to see you, dude.
Yeah, it's where we come to console each other these days.
Especially the past couple of weeks, dude. Brutal. By the way, I'm looking over on Spaces. You guys know the Friday shows are Spaces show, right? It's you guys come and chat if you want. I hope you do. Dude, I was peeking at virtuals this morning. Just I always get a feel for like basically what's new. We always know what's launching, but getting a feel for what's new. I see a new project, Black Hole, on the board this morning. I see Black Hole listening in. Good to see you, dude. I've been really curious about what you're cooking. At some point you got to come up and chat. I'm pretty curious, man. We'll circle back to that. Cheyenne's out there. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. Who is over here? Who's on the video side? Let's do our quick proper GMs. Choin is here. Good morning. Thank God it's Friday. We'll take Friday for now. Brutal out there, man. Brutal. Moonship, good morning. We saw one of the ruggers. We have a rugger by name. We found one. What's his name? The dude who dumped like $1.1 billion worth of Bitcoin. Luna's here. Luna's kind of the rugger. Told us it's over. No, not a rugger. I'm kidding. But told us it's over. Bitcoin's never recovered from a close below the 50-week EMA, and now he's up a house. There you go. Attaboy. Good play. It's good play. Choin awoke and bought some more Bitcoin. Very good. I'm still not buying yet. I'm not. Like yesterday, I think it's a fine place to be buying. DK, good morning. And CJ, good to see you, dude. CJ in particular, how are you feeling, dude? I care about all of you, but like CJ's got like a little CJ's got some market expertise. I got to get my CJ check in. How are you feeling, dude? Like what are you thinking about just like let's say the past 48 hours? Stop saying buy when it's over. No, Luna, never. I all these takes, by the way, I agree. I think 52 is possible. Anywhere 50s to 60s possible. This is where we get to test one of those things that we were. I'll just try to speak for myself. One of the things I was hoping for, a bear market doesn't look the same as a previous bear market. There's too many more buyers now. You have institutions in. I think there's a different kind of buy pressure now in a bear market that if we touch some of those levels, we just don't live there for long. I titled the spaces here different than the video stream, right? I titled the spaces something like, fuck, I need to go check what I titled it. Something like the most profitable bear market ever. Kind of might be true. It's weird. We got a lot to figure out here. And I don't think we're going to figure it out. But a lot to talk about. At the very least, we share our feelings. Together. I don't know. It's rough out there. Anyway, smash the like on the show. We're live on Abstract. We're live on X. We're always live on YouTube, so come over there and subscribe. It's CryptoSlam on that side. Really important. I got to say it, I guess, one last time. But make sure you're following SlamAI_XYZ. This show on X is moving over there on Monday. Probably gets renamed. I want to make sure you find it. So again, SlamAI_XYZ. Follow along. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. It's painful. Cats, have you started seeing people putting out tweets showing like, okay, I saw a tweet last week that said, where were the top signals? And it's a stupid tweet because there's a million, but I'm starting to see people putting out these like montages of all the top signals all along the way. There's a lot of them, dude. There's a lot. Have you seen some of those posts yet?
Yeah, they haven't shown up on my timeline, but I haven't been able to be as active this week. So
they're great. I'll tell you this, when they show up, they're great. There's a lot of them. There are so many big things happening, like so many, and they're all, man, we had some great fucking moments. I'll say that. If it's over, who thinks it's over, by the way? CJ, I like it. CJ thinks it's a normal pullback before uptrend resumes. I don't think we go into a deep long bear. couple months, like do it. It doesn't feel crazy to think we still have a few weeks, maybe a month or two. Like, who knows? But I'm with you. I don't think this is the end. I'm going to money where my mouth is soon. I'm going to bet on that at some point. But like I said, I don't think it's crazy to buy now. I'm not buying yet, though. I'm definitely not. I'm expecting more of this. So, 52 is possible. So buy at 82. Fuck you, Luna.
Can I ask a legit question? Like, since Luna's winning while everyone else is losing, what does over mean? Does that mean like in Luna's eyes, does Bitcoin just go to zero and there is no more crypto? I don't understand. I guess I don't know what over means, because to me, crypto's not going anywhere. It's only going to be expanding.
Yeah.
So,
what is it? Yeah, I'm curious too, because does it mean just like easy mode's over, or you're not placing longs right now because there's not much upside, right? Like, but
so that makes sense. I'm not even trading right now. I'm definitely not leverage trading.
Yeah.
So,
by the way, Luna is or isn't leverage trading. Cheyenne's here, dude. Chime in whenever, by the way. I hope you know. No hands needed. Throw elbows to get in.
GM. Just wanted to alert you guys, like, Williams just came out in the last, like, 15 minutes. Dropped some hopium in the market. So futures are bouncing. I think, to me, I was prepared to capitulate today if the S&P broke 6,500. But now it's going back up, at least for futures, I think. So if S&P closes 6,600 tomorrow, maybe some relief, right? Like today is like critical, man. Like today, like, man, it's like make or break for me, right? Almost close to it. Man. But watch the S&P. Watch the S&P, man. He just came out, said that there's room for adjustments to, basically, there's still possibility of rate cuts, so the odds have gone up to 50% now the odds, I think, are up to 50%. So futures have bounced a bit, right? So watch for that today, right? The next few hours, right? Really, really critical.
But I am curious. So, just on the mindset of people. So when you say you're capitulating, like, what does that mean? Are you looking at selling off and just being done with it? Or like, what does that mean when you're looking at today as a big day?
It's selling off, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would have de-risked even more, right? Like not just crypto, but stocks. I would have de-risked a lot of stocks.
Let me ask you this. Why are what the smartest friends I have are saying to buy right now? Like they're saying that Bitcoin could go up to 200,000 by the end of this year.
But
why
that's
am
not
I de-risking?
Point. That's not the point, right? The point is that you de-risk, go into some cash. So if it drops lower because right, there's every chance we go to 77. Right, like I would put the odds.
We hold cash, it keeps losing its value. So what are we doing? But that's the whole point. That's the question.
No, you're not, like, you de-risk, right? You de-risk, and if it goes down lower, you can buy, right? But
yeah, but that's
the whole point of it
now, because everyone's longing their positions.
Not true, right? Look at the numbers, right?
The short have stopped. I'm looking at it right now.
I mean, I look at the smart traders on Hyperliquid, right? Still overwhelmingly short, right? Like
it is, but that's what my friends are doing, and it's not working out. So
I don't know, right? It's I mean, like
apparently we just need to copy trade Luna.
Right, it's on the knife's edge, right? What I'm saying is that it's on the knife's edge, right? 50% chance we get we stabilize and we start to base, but there's still significant downside, right? So de-risking is fine, right? A lot of people have de-risked. I de-risked so that I can buy lower, which is fine too, right? So
it's interesting. I like hearing what everybody's doing and the mindset. Right. It's pretty cool.
Dude, me too. Because look, I don't think anybody knows. There's people making the best bets they can make. And I just take it all in. I sure as shit don't know.
We don't know one autistic person. Is that what we're saying?
Oh, I think we know plenty of them.
Okay, so
I don't think even our autistic friends are like set on one side or the other. It's an interesting time, man. It's a really, really interesting time. I'm enjoying it regardless.
Right. But the main thing is that the odds of a rate cut has gone up. Should calm the markets a bit. I'm already seeing it. So hope. Let's hope, right? Let's really, really hope.
Did you say odds of rate cut went up?
Yeah, it's over 50% now.
Yeah, he's right.
Right. So
they're gonna have to cut rates. Trust me. We're in this period of what do you call it? Something and the fucking forget the words now because I can't see it. But we're in this period where we have to deflate. Like for the markets to correct, we have to go in a slow downward slope. And it's coming to the point where this bubble could pop, and if we're not too careful, it already kind of has, but if we're not too careful, we'll lose the entire market, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. It's scary as shit. By the way, Spider-Man, do we know you from a different name, or is this your first time here?
No, I'm just a passive buyer trying to hear what other people got to say.
No, I love it, dude. Welcome.
So Bitcoin dipped below 81 for like a minute. It's back up to 83.5. Right, and USDT dominance is edging down now. Like it was scary, man. Like fuck, if it crossed like 6.7, I would have been, I would have been scared, right? Like really scared. So it's dipping down now. So let's see, man. The next few hours should be interesting. Interesting day. That's all I'm here to say.
Yeah, dude. Yes, sir. And I still think we're trying to find out, or will find out, how much of this is still fallout from 10/10, right? We talked about it earlier in the week, but it feels like part of that. It also feels like, and I want to pull it up on the screen here. If you're on Spaces, just remember we're streaming on video over on the Swarm_AI and over on YouTube. Hang on, let me find. Here we go. So it's a couple things, maybe, right? We might have the market maker issue from last month. There might be some liquidations happening, and it's happening like kind of scheduled, kind of this safe exit. We've got those whales selling too, and we've seen that all year long. The ancient Bitcoin whales who are just finally cashing out, man. They're locking in what they, rightfully earned over a decade plus. But we have Owen Gundin. I'm trying to remember who he's with. He's like a pretty public figure here, right, in crypto. Sold all of it. $1.3 billion worth of Bitcoin out. There is a lot of people out there that are starting to get spooked here, though, right? They're like, why are these guys getting out? What's going on?
Yeah, before anyone else speaks, I just want to say, I've looked at the yearly charts every 4 years around the presidential election in America. Bitcoin tends to go up, and then a year after the election, it goes downward. So, and that's just like the reoccurring anomaly. And at this point, it's not. It's pretty much, we knew this was going to happen. It was going to be a run during Trump's election, and then while all his people made money, and all the other countries made money, and we made our money, now we're coming to like a realization that we have to pivot on what is real, because like you were saying before, Web3 has a lot of good things going on, but we need to find out like exactly what is real, because of a lot of things they say things, but they're not actually what they say. So it's about filtering out. Anyway, yeah.
Yep. I don't normally do well, look, I want to mention the Luna thing, right? Because like Luna, we get a little, I don't know if feisty is the right word here, but here's the thing. Luna does make really, really good calls, right? He does. I used to, and this is like years ago, if I made a good call and I would try to help my friends, and I'm like, here's a thing I see, here is why I really think you guys should do it. And if my friends didn't, I used to take that, not personally, but for some reason it would bug me a little bit. It just would. I'm not like that anymore because I don't care, and I don't think I've had great calls in the past little bit too. But if Luna, I'm not saying he's feeling any kind of way, but if Luna feels a kind of way, part of me gets it. When you're making calls that would be helping people, and you got the receipts to prove it. Like, right. I can kind of get that, Luna, but I think you do this full time as well, right? Like trading. It's some of the, I think most people here maybe aren't, right? And it's harder to keep up and be able to make those kind of trades when you're not. Yo-Yo's here too. By the way, Yo-Yo, again, like raise hands is awesome, but you don't have to. Throw elbows and just get in whenever. Good to see you though, dude.
Okay. Sorry, bro. Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? I just want to ask Cats, like, so I just want to know, like, since if you don't think it's over, like, what do you think is going on right now? Like, what's your thoughts on the market if you don't think it's over? And what I think over means to, like, if someone uses over, I don't think obviously crypto is going anywhere. The main cryptos, 99% of them will go to zero. But yeah, so it's like, I feel like the market kind of told me that everything was going to probably start heading down. To me, when I was doing my research, it was that everything was at an all-time high. NVIDIA was at all-time high. Bitcoin was at all-time high. Every single thing across the board was at all-time highs. Gold was at all-time high. Silver was at all-time high. So when I seen that, I seen something like, and everybody on Twitter was still cheering for higher and higher and higher. So I'm like, bro, something is up right here. So I analyzed the situation, and that's when I sold everything. I sold everything, like, I think before November, before October. And then, then I got whiffed of it's my first time ever shorting the market. I shorted Solana at 250, around there. And I swear to God, I haven't made so much money in my life. I did a 30X.
Damn,
dude. 30X,
nice.
30X market. Yeah, and this is crazy. Like, honestly, this is so crazy.
Wait, can you guys still hear me?
We got you. Yeah.
Was back in February, March of this year was normal. I mean, I was on a Telegram.
Yeah, it was normal. That's what I'm
people
telling you.
that I knew locally, they were calling out shit that was hitting fucking high as fuck. The problem now is that people have lost their confidence. So when these crypto coins migrate over, they just end up dying. Like you said, 99% of them just die. So it's about really finding that 1% where you know how to, like, if you know how to create an algorithm to find that 1%, then you're golden. Like, that's why these autistic people, like, they know where it's at. They know the legitimacy. They know, like, they just do all the work for us. And let's just be honest, we reap their benefits. I mean, without them, there would be no Web3. Let's just be honest. And I really do think that, it's kind of like working a job. You got to climb up the ladder, but as soon as you climb up, enough, you figure out what's going on, and, you start making money. And that's the good point of, this economy, is that you could be down and broke, but as long as you know the truth, then you can make a lot of money. So we got to really find these people and kind of call out the bullshit, because there's a lot of bullshit in the room. Not just this room, but I'm not talking about this room, but there's a lot of bullshit in other crypto spaces, and they're just trying to grift. And
that's facts. The last thing I want to say is that people just, like, for me, how I learned to, like, this year, I always knew that things go down, but I never once thought of, like, making money when it goes down. We only think about, I'm supposed to speak for myself, but I've usually only learned how to make money in the bull run when things go up. Yeah, when it goes down, it thinks like, it's supposed to just sell and get out of here, whatever, or watch everything go down. And then
you've been around the block, so you know how this works. You 100%. Know what's going on.
100%. So I just want to let the new listeners and people that don't understand this, just don't forget, you can make money on the way down. That's my last thing.
But that's the thing, like, most people don't understand that, because they don't know how these markets fluctuate and they cycle. And, it's just a filter process. Like, everything is a filter process. There's money to make out here. You just got to know where to make it. And, you learn after a while, and most people give up because they figure out this is too complicated. This is too much. They don't get it. And it's because they don't have the right questions. And the question is, what is real? We saw, was it Web 2 got hacked last week or something like that?
Cloudflare.
not Cloudflare, the V2, forget what it was called. It was like a proven, anyway, I follow a lot of cybersecurity experts, like actual people that are young and very smart, and they're like, there are companies out here that pay hackers to not hack their stuff, and it just takes someone who's not getting paid to hack it to expose that all the things that they promised of security, this and that, it's all just bullshit. So, and that goes for like the promises of most crypto coins or whatever. They promise this and that, but it's actually, if you can't verify it, then it most likely it's not real. So if you can't get like a hacker to hack it, then it's not verifiable. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, there's not a lot of people out here that actually know what they're doing, that can verify things, and that's the problem with crypto.
You've come to the right show, because we are self-proclaimed idiots and often talk about how tokens aren't even necessary in many projects. So
yeah, so I mean, but it's like once you understand what's going on, like, you could fuck off and do your own thing, or you could come together as a community and think of better solutions. And not a lot of people are doing that because everyone's greedy. Like, once you make $30,000, $60,000 a day, or in a day, I mean, that changes how you think. So, having people that are experienced with making money, losing money, and just figuring out like what they actually want to do, those are the people work with. You don't want to work with people that don't know what they're doing, that haven't really lived a little bit and stuff like that. So, it's when I went to work, like when I was going through school and everything, everybody was trying to invest in some kind of crypto, Dogecoin, whatever the fuck it may be, because we all realize that the dollar, I mean, it's losing value every month, every year. It's not gaining value. I mean, these crypto coins gain value in 30 seconds. You cash out, make your money. So it's like you're at work, put $5 in, make $10, cash out 15. It's like, life's good. But that all stopped. So only the real niggas are left. The people that made real money, trying to figure out what they can do with it. And at this point in time, like what he was saying earlier, Cheyenne, we need to find what's real. Like, we need to find, like, once everything was getting hacked, and we were realizing like everything is hackable, it only takes so much time. That's when we knew that, like, we have to go based on what we, like, our morals, like what we actually believe. Like, if we say this is good and that's good, then that is what it is. But if we say, it's the bullshit meter. When the autistic sped comes in and he can read the room in the bullshit meter and call out people, it's because, he's had that experience, that level of thinking that most people don't go through, because, you make your money, you get out and you do it again. And then one day it's like, there's no money to make and you're just losing money, but you never figure it out. And then it's like, well, it makes sense because you don't know what you're doing. Like, so many people out here are just losing their money, and it's because they don't know how this shit works. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that we need more autistic speds to find the good in their heart to share this type of information to all of us, because they figure it out first before us. They see the patterns quicker than we do. They know what's going on, and they take advantage of us. They create communities. They create bullshit, like they create bots and all this stuff. They use that money to create bots, like, and create the hype around the shit. And it's just really a bunch of low-life, scummy people that probably didn't have a good upraising, and they're just greedy as fuck. So, and that's why most of these coins don't work. These projects don't work. Any of this shit doesn't work because their intentions are to just make as much money from you as possible.
Dude, facts.
And that's the rug pull, is to get you to believe in some bullshit. And if you've ever read The Art of the Deal from Trump, his whole analogy was, you get them to believe in some bullshit, you sell them on it like it's some fantasy, and then you close the deal.
Dude,
as soon as they get their dopamine.
So I love that you said that, because it kind of fits with the part of the chat that's happening over on the other side. Well, check it. There is like a pecking order to like the people making money. It's the people launching products, and whether it's a real product or something that's there to just take your money, that's like kind of the top. It might be the best way to make money in the space. Build something that people are going to go fucking gamble on, or a product they'll use. And the next is the guys who figure out how to farm that and game that. And then from there, you got the guys who just happen to be good traders. They're excellent traders. This is what they do. And they know how to trade this shit, and they got an edge on everybody else. And then that ring that's way below that, it's actually only like the second ring up. It's the thing right above basically the super normies, the retail that come in, kind of at the top. But it's mostly where we are, like how I play. I am playing when it's easy mode, right? Like the Jesse coin I got on the screen right now. That thing probably would have cooked in the right market, in the right time, would have been awesome. That's the kind of thing I'm gambling on when the market is there for it. It's not now. I'm not touching that thing, and that thing is trash. But yeah, there's the fucking order to it. So everybody's got their way. Luna, again, there's just different ways, and your way works for you. It does. And if other people had that time to do like what you do, they'd probably be doing the same thing, similar, right? But again, yeah, other people are doing other things. Like some of them, a lot of us are not trading, like active traders. We're here, we pay attention, we love this stuff, we love the tech, we love the space, all the meme stuff too. We like the community. And we make trades when maybe they make sense in a different way, right? But we all got our different games. The Jesse coin, by the way, I would love some thoughts on it, Cats.
Sorry, can I just say one thing?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Like we are so focused on crypto, understandably so, right? But at the end of the day, scams and all this, yeah, sure, right? But the fact is that it's not really about crypto right now, right? It's the broader market, right? S&P dropping from 6,900 down to almost 6,500, right? It's really the broader markets that are in trouble right now. So, we are very focused on one thing, but I'm just saying maybe it's, we need to look beyond crypto, right? Understand, so now I'm trying to understand, like, do I sell my stocks? Do I buy the dip on AI, right? But if you're buying the dips on AI, then you'll be buying the dips on crypto, right? But if you're not buying stocks right now, right, then, crypto is much more risky. Then you can imagine that other people are not buying crypto, right? So I think
the thing about it is not other people. It's specifically what are the top level people doing? Like, what are their decisions? You can read in between the lines on the articles, all these things, right? You can create your own bots, do all that stuff for you to get a better insight on what's going on. The real truth is like I said before, it's like those autistic people, right? They can see, they have that bullshit meter. They can see when you're talking about bullshit, and they can shut it down very fast. The thing about it is that these people operate differently. So it's about following, because at the end of the day, we're not leaders. We're not innovating new things in the market. Like we're just trying to make money. At the end of the day, I'm trying to make money. So I want to follow what these autistic people are doing, because they're the top level traders. They're the ones that are signaling to everyone else what to do. But everyone else is not following those people. They're following what everyone else is doing. So they might get the news later on. But what I'm trying to say is that we need to follow the market. Like you were saying before, you study, you do you hang around, you have fun and do this and that. But it's like, what we really need is a software to detect that bullshit. Like if we could verify the bullshit, and that's this is,
we sort of have it, right? The great thing about crypto, everything's on chain, right? So I look at flows every day, right, on Nansen, right? I can look at hype shorts, longs, what the whales are doing, what the smart money is doing, whether on perps, on spot, right? So it's pretty transparent in crypto, right? To a large extent, it's kind of transparent.
Yeah, but nobody's
you look
doing
at
that.
Arkham,
do that.
Right? If you look at Arkham, you look at Nansen. But I'm just saying that the environment we are in right now is crazy, right? Because like 1 hour ago, I was happy, right? William said, great, we might still have rate cuts. Then 10 minutes ago, Collins comes out and says, I think the rate cuts are enough. I am.
Okay, so
right?
that's where your anxiety, stress. When I used to do what you're doing, it would bring.
No, it's not anxiety. I'm just pointing out. I'm just pointing out that the price is swinging right now on this show, right? When one guy comes out and says one thing, another guy comes out and says the other thing, right? And that's driving the swings, right?
You're
right. So it's not about scams. It's not about
broaden your view just a little bit, because if you can see the full picture of why those people are arguing, why we have internal conflicts, why things aren't working the way they're supposed to be working, the way they promised it would be working. Because let's be honest, they're all promising things that aren't adding up. And once you verify that, once it's like the bailouts. When our government bails out the bankers, bails out the dealerships and all these other companies, it's because they want to keep the system alive. They don't want to help the people recover. They just want to keep the scams going. So it's about, like you said, looking at the blockchain, figuring out who the whales are and all these things, right? Once you do that, then
Am I rugging? Or is he rugging?
He is.
He's rugging. Okay, know what?
Let's move on.
Yeah. And I want to give quickly too, Spider-Man, if you're back, awesome. I want to give Cheyenne final word here, and then Spider-Man, just because if your first time here, just so you know. So we do prediction market stuff. Like we kind of run through some topics. So I'm going to move to prediction markets in a quick second here. But I love your takes, dude. And then again, Cheyenne, just because he's regular. Any final thoughts from you?
No, I'm just looking at Kaushi, right? Like rate cut, it's gone up to 25 basis points, up to 63% now, right? So imagine the swing, right? We were at like 25% this morning, I think, and then now it's 63%. So I'm just pointing out, I'm not pointing out my beliefs or disbeliefs. I'm just pointing out how the market is moving with the news, right? And
but can you make sense of it? Can you figure out, there's all the social media campaign running for this, that's why it's doubled?
This has nothing to do with social media, right? This is everything to do with what people are hearing, right? The signaling and what Kaushi believes, right? It's nothing to do with social media, right?
It does, because the people behind it, they're getting a signal. They believe a certain path or way that's going to happen, right? They're all going towards that. So you got to understand where we're heading towards. I mean, you have to broaden the view of what you're looking at. And
I'm not saying I believe one thing or the other. I'm just pointing out the fact that the volatility is kind of insane today. Anyway, that's all I'm pointing out.
There's no reason for it.
All right.
There's no
we got to move on.
Trump went on social media and said this. It's not like that. It's just random right now, right?
Could be. No, we got to move on. But again, great takes. I like it all. Prediction mark. I'm not going to run the thing. I'm not going to run the trailer as much as I want to. Damn it. Maybe I will. Whatever. Let's get to the market. We're already short on time here. Cats, it felt to me like, and by the way, at the end, we'll check back in on the market because it is super spicy today. It felt like a slower week in prediction markets. Still some really big stories. Slower week. I didn't see any splashy markets that, people got wrecked or people found an advantage, a last second, kind of swing one way or the other. But dude, looking again at volume, notional volume in particular, another all-time high, dude. All-time high just 2 weeks back. We have another 3 weeks ago. We have another this week. People fucking love these things, Cats. What's going on in prediction markets this week that you've been watching?
Yeah, I mean, you can only have so many big stories. The Coinbase thing still, I just like that's what has my attention. Like the Coinbase and Kalshi thing, I think where there's smoke, there's fire, and it's just going to continue to ramp this up. But for me, honestly, like that's all I do right now. Like I'm not, I have fun with sports betting. I love sports betting, and I do a lot of sports betting on prediction markets, and I have fun with it. Even though made some dumb plays on some parlays last night and didn't pay out, but it's okay. But yeah, I mean, so whenever all this volatility is happening, people can still have fun, and that's the whole thing with prediction markets is like whether coins are up or down. So many people in these, especially on Kalshi, I have so many normie friends that are looking at this that have never touched crypto. And I mean, I say Kalshi because I'm obviously in the US, and my normie friends don't know anything about Polymarket really because they don't do anything on the blockchain, don't care about a wallet. But Kalshi's running, I don't know if you've seen it, like Kalshi's running commercials on TV right now. Like even my wife was like, "Is that the thing that you do?" And I'm like, "Yes, it is." She was like, "What?" Yeah. So I mean, it's everywhere right now, and I don't think it's going anywhere. I just think this is going to continue to move up and up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who it was I saw, and I hope I have the tweet bookmarked here, but somebody from Kalshi just saying that these are going to be, like these markets going to be in the trillions, and like it makes sense. I know like Farouk has said this a while back with Myriad Market, just trillions. These are going to be massive, massive, massive. I mean, it makes sense to me. There is a funny story out there I'll get to in a second on the Kalshi front, and it probably would impact Polymarket too especially when they launch their US app. But I didn't want to show because I was scrolling down here with the volume over here on these Dune dashboards. It wasn't just the notional volume was an all-time high. It's also just broader prediction market volume, also an all-time high, like massively. Ton of volume on opinion, which I've never used. I've never gone on that site. Katz, do you use it at all? Is that one we need to be paying attention to?
Isn't that the Binance one?
Is that what that is?
Yeah. I just see that as crime.
Okay. Oh, dude, fair, dude, fair. I mean, a lot of stuff on Binance has us questioning like everything.
Yeah,
so
that's the one that CZ created.
Okay, well then, yeah, there we go. That might explain it because it's doing double the volume of even Polymarket.
Mm-hmm.
But this doesn't have Kalshi on it, and I thought we just got Kalshi dashboards or something.
Kalshi just integrated a Dune dashboard. I'm sure it probably takes time. Like you said, I think those are always a week behind anyway, so maybe next week.
Yep. All right. We'll see. Number of transactions, another all-time high this week. That's going up every single week, new all-time high, which is probably people farming, right? A lot of that's probably like wash trading and whatever, but whatever. It is what it is. Users not an all-time high, but still like, I mean, it's the third highest we've seen. So just to show across the board, like prediction markets cooking, it doesn't matter what the broader market conditions are. Like this is a different kind of market. It's got a different kind of user base. And people fucking love them. Now, this story from yesterday, Kalshi Inc. fears it may have to liquidate $650 million in open derivative contracts if Massachusetts court grants the state attorney general's request to halt its sports prediction market operations there. I only saw the headline. I did not dive in. Katz, I'm sure you're all over it, though. What's the story?
No, I haven't even read that one, man.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, in all reality, like... if I'm being honest, I've been expecting big legal battles coming because, we've talked about this so many times, and I'm sure, even though, FanDuel and DraftKings are now getting into prediction markets out of necessity, I am sure, Vegas is fighting this. All the major sports books that have been raking in everybody's money for decades are going to fight this legality because they are screwed by laws now on how betting is taxed and everything else. And prediction markets don't apply to that because it's peer-to-peer. And they're like, wait a second, why are they getting to do this in states where we can't even have people bet, So this was predictable that all this is coming.
Dude, yeah, it makes sense. It's funny, like it's so fucking obvious. And I also didn't, it just wasn't a thing I was thinking about. Again, obvious, but I didn't think that was going to happen or so soon. But again, as soon as it does, I'm like, well, duh, makes sense. Like, of course they're going to fight it. They're not going to just roll over and watch their fucking dominance, tank. Like, no, why would they? Why would they? So not shocked here. I don't know what what's the implications if this is banned in Massachusetts? I don't know if it's a specific type of market, like if it's all sports markets are illegal there. I don't know. But if it happens there, I imagine there's other states where we see similar, like here in Illinois. I don't know. I expect it somewhere like here. I expect somewhere like New York. They're a little more, what's the word? Shittier to some of these kind of products. Maybe I'll put it like that. I don't know.
Did you guys see the episode on the launch of Solo?
No.
On Meta? So some dudes apparently they opened the market on Kalshi so Solo is a Solana coin that launched on Meta DAO, right? So someone put a bet on Kalshi that'll hit 100 million market cap, and then they sort of fucked around, and then they went in hard on the launch, pumped the price, hit the FDV, and so people are all talking about like it's clear insider manipulation and all that, right? Using Kalshi and basically manipulating the price and taking the free money on Kalshi. So that was interesting for me.
I mean, Brian Armstrong proved this in public that all the like that's a big concern going forward, is like all this stuff can be manipulated, especially mention markets. So it'll be interesting to see how it all evolves. Yo-Yo had a question. Honestly, I don't know what Predict Now is. It's not something I've used. He said, can you parlay on Predict Now? I don't know. I do Kalshi parlays, though, every day.
Yeah, what kind of trades have you made this week?
Don't ask about last night. I got dumb because I had made some money.
Wait, so you made money and then got a little reckless?
Yes, correct.
Love
That's
it.
how it works.
I love it.
Like I hit 3 plays on like Central Michigan and Miami of Ohio and stuff, like stupid Mac plays. I'm like, yes, I'm up. Let's go stupid on some parlays last night. And if Josh Allen had just scored a touchdown, I would have been massively up, but freaking Texans defense.
That's great. That's great. And we got Yo-Yo back up, I think.
Yeah, sorry, Cats. I meant like, can you hear me?
We got you. Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask, can you make parlays on Predict base now?
I mean, you can do anything on Predict base. You can create whatever market you want, but you would have to literally create the parlay as a market and then have people bet on it, which would be pretty tough.
Oh, okay. I thought you could individually like pick them and then it all goes into a parlay.
Not that I know of yet. I mean, those dudes are building out stuff every day, though. It wouldn't be surprising to see it come soon, but yeah, I don't think it's there yet.
Volume's still rough over there. I forgot to check in this morning and see how it's going, but yeah, like under 10K daily. Not every day here, but yeah, it's a little rough right now. For these boys, they shipped something. Or was this last week or this week that they did V3? Maybe it was last week.
Yeah, it's this past week, and I think it's an interesting concept because it honestly is much smoother, depositing stuff and just not having to deal with transactions, which that's how it is on Kalshi too. I mean, you deposit into your account, and then you can just freely lose your money if you want.
Love it.
I only lost like $40 last night. It wasn't that bad, but
then you won experience. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I love that MBS, right, meeting with Trump earlier this week, and he mentioned prediction markets, which again, that's just how big they are. And I'm sure it's not new to him either, but he was saying that here's the quote, right? He said, before I came here, someone told me that there are betting sites where you can bet on me wearing a black suit. And if you bet on me, you could have got almost a 17x. Sorry, you lose the bet. Better luck next time. I love that they're aware. And that just to me is another one of those signals. It's like Brian Armstrong. They are going to fuck with you. They are going to fuck up your market or they're going to make that market for you. People are going to have some really, really cool stories like wins here over the next forever, right? There's something like that, like this long shot thing that one of these one day, like, hey, he's got a big one. He feels like fucking around, right? And he wears the suit one day.
It's crazy that you talk about the poly market betting. My family was asking me about that. They're like, "Do you know about this and that?" I'm like, "How do you where?" Like, I didn't ask them, but I was thinking to myself, "How do you where did you hear it?" And obviously they read the news, or they watch the news, so it's becoming more popular on the mainstream. these types of things, betting, anything. It's just crazy.
Dude, it's everywhere. You're right. Like everywhere.
It has you thinking, because it's like, well, is our economy so bad that they just want us to gamble? Like, is that it? Like they want us to look up to people that have $100 million and blow it all. Like, I mean, come on. The guy who won the lottery in Florida, I mean, 2 days or a day or two after he won the lottery, he was inside of a mall at a bar fighting people.
Shit.
And this guy was a convict for like 30 years. He was not used to having so much money and all this freedom. That it's like, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, we're looking up to people. Like, we're trying to sell this, like, the art of the deal. We're trying to sell this fantasy to all these people. Like, you can become rich. You can make a good bet.
Dude, it's not even all about getting rich. People like to gamble. It's fun. I have fun with it. I don't make money. I'm not getting rich off of the volume that I do, but it's fun.
Schneider. I was very close with his family. His uncle's dad, or his nephew's dad, would come over to our place, and he would come with like 30 grand in his pocket, or you know what I mean, and he'd go to the casino for a couple hours, come back, and blow it all. They weren't even trying to make money. They were just trying to catch that high.
It's just the night out for them. It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, is that, like, money to them, because their uncle's a billionaire, owns companies after companies and a whole football team and all this shit, and owns a race car team and all this shit. And this guy is the biggest fucking narcissist. When I went out to dinner one night with him, I guess the daughter or whatever the fuck, he had a problem with her, and he embarrassed everyone, the entire dining room, like everyone that was around, like screamed at her, embarrassed her, like trying to degrade her and all this stuff. And he's a fucking billionaire. And I'm like, this guy does not give a fuck how other people think.
Those guys are built different too, aren't they? They do that because they don't think like us.
But that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out, did they pick their poison and did they stick with it? Or, like, I guess what I'm trying about, is free will free? Like, does free will actually exist? Because because he could eat, like, I could easily look at it and be like, yo, he's fucked up. But why doesn't he look at himself like he's in a mess? Like, he just tries to think that everything's fine. It's just, nothing bothers these people. Like he talked about it. One of those companies, it was a digital signage company called Enlighten. And it was one of those companies Google was trying to buy for like $200 million because it did something, a service, whatever, for ATMs or some shit. And he specifically talked about it. Like, if that company burned down, if it lost everything, he wouldn't give a shit. Like, these people don't give a fuck at all. So when you talk about crypto, what's real, this and that, it's like, it's not what's real, it's what can sell. You know, what is believable? How can we trick the person to thinking that, this is real, like, this is it, like, this is, yeah. What I'm trying to say is that he had one person that worked at all of his companies, and he was a genius. He was literally like a genius that you would think of, whatever it would be. Any problems he could solve. And so he would pay him whatever the fuck he wanted, give him anything he wanted to keep working for him, and he would solve all the problems. So what I know is that the CEOs and all these rich fucks, they don't even know what the fuck's going on. They always have someone telling them what is going on. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that people like Grant Cardone, these billionaires, right, that keep perpetuating multi-level marketing schemes and all this shit that honestly revolve around crypto and all this other stuff, it just goes to show you why we don't have autistic people blabbering their mouth about the truth because it could get them easily whacked. You know, this whole economy is fake. It's all one big pyramid scheme. I mean, look at the AI bubble, right? 70% of our GDP in America is through AI. It's through some type of whatever bullshit it may be. So we're servicing our debt through fraud. And once that bubble pops, we're going to have to come to the realization that everything is fucked. And that's why a lot of people are going to Bitcoin. You know, once they realize that our dollar is backed by literally hopes and dreams, nothing, not even the American dream is backed by the dollar.
It's all fake, dude. It is. It's all fake, and it's all a game, and
like,
the rules
look at manufacturing jobs. They went overseas in the 90s. That's when the middle class started to slowly disappear. That's when we had brainwashed people like Slim Shady, people that were white that thought they were black because they were being brainwashed by the MTV channels and all this shit. Like, what I'm trying to say is that the reason we have scams and frauds is because the millennial people were brainwashed to have preset characters. Like they were like they looked up to certain people, and it really fucked everything else. Because when I talk to people in their 30s, they're very similar. But when I talk to people my age, they're either very similar or they're like completely autistically gifted. And it goes to show me that there are people that care and there are people that don't care. And the billionaires, the people that have all the money, they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a shit. And by the way, the programming is real, and another time for that topic because it's a good one.
I know, but it goes back to why people invest their money in crypto at the start of this year. Like why did I see on my like I was going to college, and some days we would be in class, we would go through Instagram when things were boring or whatever. But there was one day that really stood out, and I remember.
I gotta cut you off, dude. I'm sorry, but I gotta keep this moving on.
We're gonna move on.
I just want to say one thing. I went to school one day, and there was the entire Instagram algorithm was a bunch of people getting beheaded, and then the next day they changed it to a bunch of kittens, and we knew that some shit was up.
Yeah.
So we knew that, and like we study economics, we study all this stuff, marketing is key to everything. It's like the bread and butter it's like the oil that keeps the engine going, you know?
Dude, I want to do mushrooms with you sometime. I think that'd be a blast. Our first I don't even know idiots meetup at that point, but no, I dig it. All right, let's keep going here. Not a ton with prediction markets, but a couple other headlines I want to make sure we hit before we're out. And today is gonna be shorter, by the way, guys. But this, I pulled it up just because it was kind of fitting. Prediction markets dismissed as gambling, just like every new asset class. Again, it is, but also a little different. All right, Kalshi raised more money here, guys. A lot more. Also, Cats, I think Polymarket may have two in the past. Again, at a higher valuation.
Every time one announces a new raise, the other one comes right behind and does it. I mean,
yeah, what's up with that? It's the weirdest fucking thing. But it's because one gets valued higher. They're like, oh, well, we can get higher too. Then, but yeah, what did these guys just get in? Another $1 billion, another $1 billion for Kalshi. Do you remember what Polymarket got this week? Was it like 2?
It was somewhere around there because I feel like they were up to a 12 billion valuation now. So it's that's what happens when you have two big players competing. They're going to keep upping the stakes.
Yeah, that's crazy. Robinhood has, and I don't think this is new, but weather prediction markets, which I think is great. One of my favorite YouTube channels now is like, it's just funny how everything has become like sensationalized. And weather has been. There's this channel, he's blown up in the past couple of years, Ryan Hall, y'all. I'm sure everybody's seen him at this point, right? But they make weather exciting, and like, man, nothing is more exciting than betting on the weather here. Can't fucking beat that. I would have never bet that we didn't have a major hurricane hitting the States here this year, but that seems to be the case for the hurricane season this year. Anyway, you can bet on it now. So that's over on Robinhood. I feel like Polymarket or Kalshi, well, This is probably Kalshi, right? But I feel like Polymarket had weather markets too, or maybe
anything on Robinhood is Kalshi.
There we go. Fanatic CEO, what they're launching? What are they? Is Fanatics launching a prediction market? I think that's coming. Whatever. I don't want to play the clip here, but
yeah, it's all coming.
Yeah, more big players entering the space here. 4C prediction layer on Solana powered by Kalshi. I don't know what this is, but again, like you're going to start getting not just like the top level you're going to get these derivative prediction market platforms that have like their own spins, and God, it's going to get crazy. And yes, Moonship, we're going to be betting on floods and hurricanes and earthquakes and natural disasters, and it's terrible, dude, but also like it's one of those things. Okay, I'm gonna relate it to like the Jesse coin. It's bullshit. We don't need it, but also it's gonna happen anyways. So whatever. Try to make some money on it, or don't. It's all bullshit.
The weather stuff, and even like the Labubu stuff, all this, it's social. It's a social aspect. Like it's not just, again, this is about having fun. It's not about making money necessarily. And you should never gamble stuff that you can't lose. Like that's, we should all say that, I guess, but like, I hope people know that. But like, all this is just a social layer. That's what is bringing in the normies. This is mass onboarding because people now want to predict, oh, I'm going to bet my friend on what the price of a Labubu is. Like, on this market, like it's just, everybody just has fun with this stuff and shit talking with their friends. And yeah, I told you it was going to go this, or, oh, I told you there was going to be a hurricane or not. Like, whatever, like just bet on anything, predict everything.
Yeah, good take. I'm gonna skip that. I like TD breakdowns, even if he's not like the most thorough. That's probably not even the best way to put it. He's thorough. I think he sometimes jumps the gun with like a narrative, but
definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip that one. Quickly on virtuals, it's quiet over there, and then we'll get wrapping. Okay. This morning, actually launching in an hour repo. I still really like them. Really, I feel like they should actually delayed and stuck to that like late December launch, because this is a really fucking brutal market to launch in. I know they got backers, so they might be just fine here. But the platform's interesting. I think it's got a ton of potential. They've already raised money. They're like, this is a different caliber, quality kind of project here. We've got some great ones for sure, but repo is a bit different. So I'm watching it. Definitely one of those ones that I used to like feel out the market. What are traders willing to spend? What are quality projects? What kind of valuations do we see on them? So we'll see with repo today. Nuna, I told you yesterday, I like it. I don't think I'm betting on it. Does launch today in 10 hours. I don't think I'm going to, because I'm in max preservation mode. I still haven't bought, right? I'm sitting on stables. I'm waiting. The black hole is new on the board. I don't think they're still here, by the way. X Factor, good to see you, man. And Rarebo, good to see you. Black hole's new on the board. I kind of wanted to say this while they were there, but they're not here anymore. Anyway, super sus. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not sus, and I do want to talk to them.
I wanted to call them out while they were here, but
I did, because I wanted to give them a chance to talk. I'm going to invite them on the show next week, though, right? But it's another like privacy meta, right? The privacy meta is getting so big, so you better believe we're going to get scammers. I'm not calling them a scammer, by the way, but we're going to get scammers that are just leaning into privacy. Of course, you will. You get them in every meta. So this one pops up. It's called Black Hole. I'm not going to tell you I fully understand it, but it sounds like it's like I think it's like DEX. Right, I think it's like a privacy DEX, maybe similar to Mute Swap. I still need to learn more. But alarm bells go off when it pops up that early for something like a DEX. Like 4 days. Look, see, we have projects popping up that give you a day of heads up. Right, we have 4 days here, but I've not heard of them. I've not seen anything about them. I think 4 days leading into a launch for something like that. I just don't know. So I want to talk to them. I would just say like alarm bells on this one right now. Black hole. Cats, have you heard anything about it? Is this your first time seeing them too?
First time hearing about it. I'm going to go check their first thing you check on any of these unicorn launches. Already sus. Look at they haven't put any money into it. Look at the tokenomics.
Yeah.
Like if the team's not investing, what's up? Like yeah. I just, if you're not bullish enough in your project to buy back, to invest in your actual token on this unicorn launchpad, the way it works, yeah, I don't like that.
And they can't just go change it. Can they change it, or do you have to like delete the listing and relaunch to?
Yeah, because we had, remember that was the issue with your UFO project, right? Like they ended up having to delete the whole thing to redo the tokenomics. Yeah.
So yeah, my spidey sense, I think, are probably right here. Like they're saying all the buzzwords, everything sounds great, but then again, when you have a brand new account, and there's nothing anywhere anybody can vet anything you're doing, and then to your point, like that's even our best indicator there. You're not buying your own token, like
literally, and it costs 100 virtuals to launch this, which is like $100 at this point. You know, it's you don't have much skin in the game launching this.
Yeah. So then the way this is awesome is if they come on a show and they start talking and we realize, oh, okay, that's a dude with experience and maybe he's got some connections and he's doing this kind of quick, stealthy launch because it's just fun and it's part of like, you know, the allure of a kind of coin like this. I don't know, but I think this is as of now, as is, you skip this thing. You skip it until we learn that there's something more here. So we'll see. Other than that, nothing else new on the board. Next week, I'm looking. I mean, again, today, Repo and Nuna, I am looking forward to those. I am. I'm not buying them, but I'm looking forward. Next week, Life AI, One Path. I like both. And then there's nothing. There's just nothing coming. So we'll see. We're waiting for a virtual season. It's still season 3, but I'm waiting for this season to really heat up. And look, if this bull market is officially over, it may not happen. I still think there's going to be life. The title on Spaces, it's a joke, but also there's a little truth to it, right? If we're in a bear market, it's going to be a really weird bear market where we have, I'll say, I know this is like repeating stuff we've already said, but like we didn't have meme coins really last bear market. We didn't have like the number of them. We didn't have projects that really could launch tokens and not have to worry about the SEC. Like the ICM meta to a degree makes sense. We're going to have that throughout the bear market now. We have all these airdrops coming. If we're in a bear market, they're coming in a bear market. It's interesting. We have rate cuts coming in a bear market. There's a lot of things still coming that if it's a bear market, we're going to have more opportunities than we've ever had before. I don't know that we're getting rich, but opportunities are going to be there still. So I'm looking forward to it. Spider-Man, final thoughts, dude.
Thank you. My final thoughts are, you know, I'm hearing you speak and it's like you're coming from, imagine if I was like 80 years old and you're talking about computers, right? It's going to sound like foreign to me right now. But I feel like if you're not educated and everything you're saying, it's like you're speaking gibberish or like a bro code, you know what I mean? So,
just to reference, this is a daily show he does about like, and he is in the virtuals ecosystem and it's on YouTube. So a lot of what he's talking about is on screen. Yeah.
I did not know that. Yeah.
That's why I was trying to help you out there.
Yeah, I don't really do I used to have a little channel. I got about 150 subscribers, but you know, you get burnt out editing the videos and then you critique yourself and it's just a lot of bullshit, I guess. So kudos to you for doing what you're doing.
Hudah streamed daily for over 2 years. So he's an absolute Chad at this.
Then you should be a Chad. All right. And I guess that's what I'm trying to compliment. You know what you're talking about. You know what you're doing. The only question is it worth it?
What's that? All just as a whole, just general, is it worth it? Is it worth doing, talking about, paying attention to?
Yeah. Is it worth, you know, stressing over the numbers, looking in the past or looking in the future? Is it worth knowing what you know and making the money that you make, even though you're not where you want to be, I guess, right?
Well, I like the question a lot because here's what I tell people. Again, so most of us have been doing this for years together, hanging, we're in a community, right? This is just for years. If I wasn't streaming, if I wasn't trading, right, I would still be in the same place. Like I tell people, I've lived on, like I'm older, right? I'm 44. I've lived online since I was like 15. I've always lived online. Like online culture is like my culture. If I weren't doing a show, if I weren't doing crypto, I would still be online and I would have found my way here and been interested in it regardless. And so I always tell people, I'm not here as a trader. I'm here as an enjoyer. Like I do enjoy the tech. I do enjoy seeing people trying cool shit. I do enjoy that if you pay attention to it, there's usually some opportunities to make money.
But you don't believe in it.
I believe in parts of it. you know, parts of it. I think most of it's bullshit too, but I still think it's one of the coolest things that when you're paying attention, you like, there's nowhere else I can make money just from paying attention to a thing that I like. I used to in posters and flipping action figures and cards, right? But this is different. I get to like,
yeah, I know this is different. I used to read comic books in first and second grade, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, are you in the place you want to be?
Yeah. 1,000%.
I think it helps to put some context. Like, we are enjoyers of all this. Like, I have a full-time job. Like, this is a hobby for me. It's what we enjoy doing. We love like seeing what is being developed, seeing the tech side. I love testing out all this stuff. I test a lot of products just because I'm fascinated by it all and I enjoy it. It's not, you got to find stuff that you enjoy having fun with, not just focus on just making money all the time, because you're going to be sadly disappointed if that's why you're here only.
Well, of course, because that's what it breeds, is greed. And once you can't get enough, you feel that. I guess what I'm trying to say is, what I think is maybe, maybe the circle is getting smaller every day, and people that we didn't know are leaving, and now we are becoming the they pass down the torch. We are the torch holder, and at this point, when are the bells going to ring that all of this is just bullshit and we're all just fucking stupid? And I guess what I'm trying to say is that in a given matter of time, that will happen. Do you recognize that will happen? And will you try to warn other people, or will you try to make a buck off of it?
It's both. Yeah, here's the thing, Spider-Man. You would have to, like, again, this would probably be a really weird space to jump in, like in the thick of, right? Like you said, that this is different. It's pretty different here. We're very real about what crypto is and isn't. Really real. So we'll make money in it, and we also tell people what is bullshit. Again, almost all of it's bullshit. We try to tell people like what to avoid, what to be safe with, what to have fun with, but we keep people's expectations like really fucking real. But there's no way to convince anybody.
Why don't they come back? Like if you're speaking the truth, right, they would come back. But what I've realized is when I speak the truth, they don't want to hear it. So it's very easy for me to speak the truth and no one to hear at all, but a couple people, and it's like, at this point, what is the point? Is it like I said, it's the torch being passed down. It's up to you now. It's like, what is the point now for you? So I guess what I'm trying to relate to is, as time goes on, we forget about certain things and then we become that person that we hate or we despise. And we look at that and we're like, holy fuck. Because I've met people that have made a lot of money. And they've told me, like, when I look back, I don't realize how I got here, and I don't recognize myself, and I feel disgusted. And they talk about disgust in a way that it's money can't fix. So it's like their original thought was that if they can make enough money, they could fix enough of their problems that it wouldn't appear or it just disappear. So what I'm trying to say is that, like, what are you guys trying to run from? Like, what are you running from? What are you chasing? What's the goal?
Again, we're gonna have to do.
Goal. You're
in the wrong place, bro.
Wait. We're Spider-Man. So. It is fun and it is games. We're gonna have to do mushrooms sometime. I think we would have some awesome conversations. I hope you come back, dude, and just kind of feel out what it is we do. This is probably not like most other spaces out there and shows. It isn't. It's not here to give alpha and trade. We just want to be on top of what's going on and Fuck, I love it. I'm glad you came today. Like, I like meeting people here. But there's no anything else to it. There's no agenda. This is us enjoying the space, and
we literally are here just hanging with our bros and having fun in crypto.
Yeah.
So
I love
speaking
it.
of, can I, we didn't get to talk about this in the prediction market stuff, but when I was talking about how stupid I am in parlays, can I just bring up Billy real quick and let's get back to a fun topic?
Yeah.
So if you all don't know what Billy Betts is doing now, again, back to like, I love sports betting prediction markets. It's a lot of fun. I have fun with it. I win some, I lose some, and it's fun regardless. What Billy is doing now, so on Kalshi, you can create parlays. They call them combos, right? And it never dawned on me when I'm creating a parlay on anything, and it within 2 seconds, it accepts it, and I have my bet. Well, if I bet $6, or let's say I bet $10 to win 150, well, somebody had to go and put that $150 up because it's a prediction market. It's binary. So it never dawned on me, somebody's got to be a market maker for that. Well, that's what Billy's doing now. The devs got it in the AP. They tapped into the API to be able to, within 2 seconds, decide if they're going to take that bet or not. So they're like a Kalshi market maker for parlays now, is what Billy is like. And he has a dashboard. So plenty of people were like me and took a Josh Allen, either they took a Josh Allen touchdown or they took the Bills to win and the Bills lost. So Billy made $883 last night on other people's losing of parlays. And it's a really cool, thing as an AI project, right? Like to be able to take your AI sports prediction, your sports prediction AI and have him be a market maker. So he's got almost $40,000 in that wallet. And on Sunday, like you can see you can see all the parlays he's taking, and you can see it last night. So like he's up $1,000 right now, and then they'll be using that, like I think it's monthly, to buy back. They'll be using a portion of those profits to buy back and burn the Billy token, which is also cool for token holders. But it's just an amazing use of AI to me, to be market making parlays on the no side, because I can't do that. Like it's not something I market make all day on the no side. And I've always talked about this on Kalshi, like that's how you market make, because on Robinhood you can only bet yes. When Coinbase integrates, it'll be the same way. Their front end only lets users bet the yes side, so you go in on the no. That's how you market make. You put limit orders in on the no side. So now Billy's able to do that on the no side of parlays, which is wild to me, and not something normal people can do. But you better believe AI can, and it's a cool use case.
Do they buy back tokens? Like what are that help holders?
That's what I'm saying. They'll be using part of these profits to buy back the token. Yeah,
I dig it, dude. Cool shit. All right, Picasso, I see you. I'm only not going to bring you up because we're going to wrap in a quick second here. Yeah. And I'm sorry, guys. I actually like the Spider-Man dude. I shouldn't have let him run for so long, just because I think he wanted to hear himself talk, and I think he maybe ate mushrooms. But actually, I like the guy a lot. But
you gotta have fun, man. Like we're here to have fun. I like market's down, so what? I still find ways to have fun.
I do think it'd be a weird spaces to walk into, because you're used to like a lot of other people who are LARPing as trading gangsters, and experts and shit, and they're and I'm like, no, we're definitely not that.
So we are not here for that. We are here to vibe and have fun.
Yeah, dude. All right, couple quick just things I saw in the past few minutes. Coinbase has acquired that Tensor marketplace, the Solana marketplace, I think, or Vector.fun.
Yeah, it's Vector.
Yeah. Okay. Well, some crime there, because the token went a 5x yesterday or some shit before the announcement. Crazy. And I just got to say, people are spending like they're to the dude's point about rich people and the money and how they spend it, dude. They spend it, and I still buy that fucking narrative. And maybe I'm foolish for it, but Elon Musk and the whole, again, UBI, UHI, whatever, like that, things are going to get weird and people are going to have money. I'm just looking at what people with a lot of money buy. A $9 million comic book sale here. This is about a week or two ago, right? Superman or Action Comics #1, something like that, right? Almost $10 million. A $54 million painting sale. We saw a $236 million painting sale earlier this month. We have a $16 million Andy Warhol sale yesterday. It's what people with money do. They go buy cool shit and stuff they love, and they have fun. And especially if it's rare, they want it more. And I think we're in a pretty damn good spot. Dead, that's a great fucking point. I hopped in the other side. I tried it out. I think, dude, one of these shows, maybe next Friday. I know, so Cats won't be here next Friday. I'm still going to do this, but it'll be maybe different. Maybe next Friday is actually another side in a bubble. That would be pretty cool. So maybe that's what happens next week. But here we go. We'll end on a pro tip from Luna. You can trade on 1x and farm dexes. It's the same as buying spot, and you get some points on the platform and get some kind of token airdrop, which is beautiful. Good shit, Luna. And I appreciate your calls and your alphas, even if I don't trade them, but I appreciate them. I think you're good. Final thoughts, Cats? Anything else that we might have missed?
I mean, this has all been bullish to me. Everybody's like talking like it's over. And that's why it was good to I seriously ask, what does over mean? Because to me, like, crypto's going nowhere. Price will go up, price will go down, price will go up again. We're still going to be here regardless of the price. Like, blockchain's not going anywhere. Crypto's not going anywhere. It's only going to expand. It's going to become more mainstream. Does that mean that price will ever go back to all-time high? Who knows? I don't know. Like, when Yo-Yo was asking me, I'm like, dude, I'm not the person to ask about, any TA or any of this stuff. I'm here to have fun. I love learning about all this stuff. I'm still going to research projects. I'm still going to, get into AI projects. I'm going to have fun with it all. I'm going to be betting on prediction markets and finding stuff that I can enjoy, because it ain't going anywhere. It's not over. Is price all-time high over? I doubt it. Yep. Just in all honesty. So I'm with you, Dad. Like, it's my addiction. This is my hobby. Am I putting all my investment portfolio into one thing? Heck no. But I'm gonna have fun regardless of the market.
Fucking love it, man. All right, Wizard of Soho deploying stables. There we go. First time in a month, feeling like maybe the bottom is in. We'll see. I'm not convinced, and also I wouldn't be surprised. Rate cuts, it does sound like they're coming. That will start getting priced in. It was completely priced out, though. I think a big part of what was going on the past couple of days. So there we go, guys. Follow Cats over at Cats Fanatic 0G on X. Follow SlamAI_XYZ again for the 100th time. This is the last time you'll see this stream on the Swarm account on X. That account is going through a really fucking cool change soon. We'll announce, reveal, whatever. Again, really, really soon. But show will stream over on SlamAI_XYZ. So follow there. Follow CryptoSlam.io. And then subscribe CryptoSlam over on YouTube. Boys, was fun. Holiday week next week. I'll be live like normal all week, Monday through Friday, same time, same place, all that shit. Yes, even Thanksgiving Day. We'll be here doing the thing. But man, hope your weekend's phenomenal. We'll see you next week, fam. And goodbye.
Peace.
Peace.